Imposing tariffs on Mexico and Canada on Tuesday, President Trump reversed them on Thursday. It's a cunning political tactic experts call bipolar disorder. President Trump said the tariff on goods from Canada is to stop the flow of fentanyl, even though last year only 40 pounds of the drug was seized at the northern border. 40 pounds? What's that, like 2 buttfuls?
The new one is, President Trump has ceded the presidency to Elon Musk. No, that's not happening. But Elon's done an amazing job. Isn't it nice to have smart people that we could rely on?
A comedian just dropped the most brutal roast of Trump and Musk, and what happened next was pure chaos. The clip exploded on X, racking up millions of views in hours. But behind the viral moment, a meltdown nobody saw coming. Stick around, because we've dug up a buried clip of Musk's real-time reaction, one he tried to delete. And Trump? Let's just say his response reveals a lot about his 2024 strategy. This is the kind of story you won't get anywhere else. If you love deep dives into internet culture's biggest moments, you're in the right place. Welcome to the channel. Hit subscribe so you never miss the truth behind the headlines. A comedian just shredded Donald Trump and Elon Musk in a single vicious roast, and neither saw it coming. The clip blew up on X, spreading like wildfire. Within hours, it had millions of views, thousands of shares. And one thing was clear. These two billionaires weren't laughing. The jokes weren't just edgy, they were surgical. The comedian didn't hold back, hitting Trump's ego and Musk's thin skin with precision. And the internet? They ate it up. But here's where it gets interesting. Instead of shrugging it off like most powerful men would, Trump and Musk did the one thing you should never do. They reacted. Trump, known for firing back at every critic, took the bait. Musk, who can't resist a Twitter feud, fell right into the trap.
Constantly seek criticism. A well thought out critique of whatever you're doing is as valuable as gold. And you should seek that from everyone you can, but particularly your friends.
Trump addressed a joint session of Congress and claimed that no president has changed government faster than him. Yeah, and nobody changed airport security faster than bin Laden. President Trump also said that he signed an executive order to ban men from playing in women's sports. But if men aren't allowed to play women's sports, explain soccer.
The more they responded, the bigger the roast grew. Suddenly, it wasn't just about the jokes. It was about their egos, their tempers, and why two of the most influential men in the world couldn't take a punch. But here's what most people missed. This wasn't just another viral moment. It exposed something bigger, a pattern. Trump's obsession with controlling his image, Musk's habit of turning criticism into full-blown meltdowns, and the internet? They were watching every second of it. So what set this roast apart? Why did this one cut deeper than the rest? And what did their reactions reveal that no PR team could spin? This story doesn't end with a punchline. It's about what happened when two titans lost control of the narrative and the internet held up a mirror. The viral moment came courtesy of Brutal Comedian, a rising star in the comedy world known for their no-holds-barred approach. Their style blends razor-sharp political satire with the unapologetic delivery of a late-night club act. Think George Carlin's social commentary meets Dave Chappelle's willingness to cross lines. What sets them apart isn't just the jokes, but the calculated way they dismantle powerful figures with surgical precision. The opening salvo set the tone. Trump's been indicted so many times, his mugshot is becoming his Tinder profile picture. The crowd erupted, but the real kill shot came moments later. Elon Musk spent $44 billion on Twitter just to learn what we all knew. You can't buy funny. The jokes kept coming, each one exposing the emperor's new clothes. These two billionaires have more in common than they think. One built a wall to keep people out, the other built a car that keeps catching fire. What made this roast different wasn't just the content, but the context. Coming during relevant current event, the comedian weaponized perfect timing, hitting both men when they were already vulnerable. The jokes worked because they weren't cheap shots. They were truth, bombs wrapped in punchlines.
This is the whitest foreigner I've ever met.
He is.
This is my love goes out to you. I'm sorry, I'm autistic. I'm autistic. I didn't know what this is. Someone on my show at the kids' school.
Unlike safe late-night monologue jokes, these barbs drew blood because they targeted the fragile egos behind the carefully constructed public personas. The brilliance lay in the framing. Each joke started as seemingly light-hearted, then twisted into brutal truth. They say Trump could start World War III with a tweet, which would make it the only war Elon couldn't end by tweeting Doge to the moon. The crowd's nervous laughter revealed the uncomfortable reality. We were watching two untouchable men get touched where it hurt most. The moment the roast hit, Trump's Truth social feed turned into a fireworks display of wounded ego. His first response came at 3:17 a.m., a trademark all-caps rant, pathetic comedian with no talent, just repeating fake news lines, sad. The misspellings and random quotation marks only made it more shareable. By sunrise, political meme accounts had turned it into a Trump bingo card. This meltdown followed a familiar pattern. Remember when Michelle Wolf destroyed him at the 2018 White House Correspondents' Dinner? Trump reportedly left early fuming. Or when Alec Baldwin's SNL impression drove him to tweet about retribution. The man who built his brand on counterpunching has never learned that some punches land harder when you don't react. His base fractured in real time. Die-hard MAGA accounts flooded social media with not funny hashtags, while the more internet-savvy Trumpers quietly admitted the jokes hit home. One popular conservative meme page posted side-by-side comparisons, Trump roasting others, heroic, versus Trump getting roasted, bullying. The cognitive dissonance was palpable. Then came the unforced error, a rambling Iowa speech where he claimed, "These so-called comedians only attack me because they're jealous of my success." The crowd cheered, but the clip got mercilessly edited into a Succession parody within hours. Even Fox News couldn't spin it, with Gutfeld begrudgingly admitting, "Okay, some of these were actually funny." The most damning reaction came from Trump's own inner circle. Leaked messages showed aides begging him to stop engaging, while campaign staffers reportedly facepalmed at his inability to let anything go. Meanwhile, the roast clip kept gaining views every time Trump attacked it, a perfect example of how his greatest strength, always fighting back, became his biggest weakness. Musk's response played out like a masterclass in fragile billionaire behavior. At first, he tried to play it cool with a vague tweet. Comedy is dead when the jokes write themselves, but the internet immediately called his bluff. Within minutes, someone dug up his 2018 tweet claiming, "I love criticism, it makes me stronger." The ratio was brutal. Then came the signature Musk meltdown moves. Quote tweeting critics with emojis that somehow read as desperate rather than dismissive, firing off increasingly unhinged replies about woke mind viruses before finally, predictably, deleting the most embarrassing responses. Archive bots had a field day preserving every deleted tweet, creating a digital paper trail of his thin skin. This pattern isn't new. Remember when he blocked a teenage Tesla critic? Or when he threatened to sue a parody account with 6 followers? The man who positions himself as a free speech absolutist has a well-documented history of crumbling at the mildest criticism. This roast simply exposed that contradiction to his 128 million followers in real time. Ex-users turned the platform's own algorithms against him. The roast clip got tagged with checkered chief twit, Musk's self-appointed title, ensuring it flooded his notifications. Memes comparing his reaction to Trump's started trending. Even Tesla fan accounts joined in, with one writing, Bro, just take the L and build a rocket to Mars already. The most damning moment came when community notes, Musk's own fact-checking system, started appearing under his defensive tweets. One note read, "The comedian never actually said this. Elon appears to be responding to a made-up quote. His platform was literally calling him out on his own lies. Verified blue-check accounts he created to combat legacy media were now roasting him harder than the original comedian. There's something irresistible about watching untouchable billionaires get taken down a peg. In an era where wealth and power often shield people from consequences, this roast cut through like a scalpel. The jokes worked because they weren't just funny, they were true. They exposed the emperor has no clothes reality about two men who've spent decades carefully crafting their public personas. X's algorithm turbocharged the clip in ways only possible under Musk's ownership. The platform's engagement-based system, designed to maximize outrage, ironically turned against its own owner. Every angry reply from Musk or Trump supporters, offensive quote tweet, only pushed the video higher in feeds. Within hours, it was the top trending topic in 6 countries, not because of paid promotion, but because people couldn't stop interacting with the train wreck. The meme machine kicked into overdrive. Someone edited Musk's face onto the "this is" fine dog sitting in a burning room. Trump's meltdown became a new angry grandpa reaction template. Even the roast's throwaway lines spawned viral sounds on TikTok. Celebrities who normally avoid political drama couldn't resist, from Chrissy Teigen's "somebody check on Elon's mommy issues" to Mark Hamill simply posting emojis. Corporate accounts smelled blood in the water. Wendy's tweeted, "Our burgers don't get as cooked as these two." A reminder that nothing unites the internet like billionaires being humiliated. Late-night writers openly admitted stealing jokes from the set. The clip even bled into financial circles, with one hedge fund manager joking, "This is the only thing that's ever made Tesla and Truth." Social stock dropped simultaneously. What started as a comedy bit became a cultural moment because it revealed an uncomfortable truth. No amount of money or power can make you immune to looking foolish. And in 2024's hyper-connected world, that lesson spreads faster than any PR team can contain. One thing's certain, money can't buy a sense of humor. Trump and Musk's meltdowns proved even billionaires crumble when the jokes hit too close to home. So who took it worse? The former president still fuming on Truth Social, or the free speech absolutist who kept deleting tweets? Drop your hot takes below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that like button and subscribe for more unfiltered internet drama. See you in the next one.